The views and opinions expressed in the Distracted Librarians podcast do not necessarily reflect those of Bloomfield Township Public Library, Bloomfield Community Television, the Birmingham Area Cable Board, or its producers or production staff.
Hello and welcome. We're the Distracted Librarians, your friendly neighborhood bookworms who can't resist the siren call of movies, video games, music, and everything else in the pop culture universe.
Think of this podcast as a digital campfire where we share our latest obsessions, analyze the hidden depths of our favorite distractions, and maybe rediscover the joy of reading in between.
So, if you're a fellow media junkie, a book lover, or someone looking for a fun, engaging escape from your daily grind, you've come to the right place.
Sit back, relax, and prepare to get delightfully distracted with us.
Hello, everybody. This is the Distracted Librarians, and we are from the Bloomfield Township Public Library. My name is Nicole Gillies.
My name's Emily Benoit.
My name is Killian Weston.
And I'm Drew Heuser.
And we are here, we're just going to talk a little bit about why we chose the name Distracted Librarians.
So when we're all talking about library service and what we went into this field to do, everybody thinks about like, oh, librarians read books or librarians, make book recommendations and all of that. And that's true. But we are interested in and focused on, and our patrons are too, all kinds of media, movies, shows, podcasts, video games, pop culture, music, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so we're going to use this podcast to share with you the kind of conversations that we sometimes have in our back rooms, or sometimes when we meet out in the real world, things that we focus on, things that we like, and ultimately the things that distract us the most.
And also just share a little bit about what goes on in the library outside of books, because there's so many things that people don't realize we have.
We had bugs in the library last weekend.
We did. We did have bugs in the library.
I'm so sad I missed the bugs in the library. That would have been really cool.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about you. I thought that's like Nicole really liked that. It was really good.
All right. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start with just some brief introductions. So we're going to start with, what is your history with the library? Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah. So I started with the library coming up on 11 years ago. I got hired in the youth room as the clerical assistant. It was a really, really cool time in there. I had finished my undergrad at Central Michigan with a general English degree. Found out, much like the Avenue Q song, you cannot do anything with a BA in English. So I was working.
That's hurtful. Because I have one too.
But it's true.
Yes.
So I was working at Target for a few years and decided that I needed to go to the next step, but didn't want to pay for any sort of grad school without knowing I'd like that job. Mm-hmm. So I was doing small jobs in semi-related fields, and a little 10-hour-a-week position at the library suited me just fine. I could keep my main job. I got in there and within 4 weeks decided it was the place I wanted to be and put it in my application for grad school, and never looked back.
Amazing.
Since then, I've been an adult media intern and now into a full-time librarian. I've been in this role for about 8 years / 1 year, depending on when part-time versus full-time happened. Yeah, loving every minute of it.
Cool. Killian, what's your history?
So I did not start at Bloomfield Township. I started as a librarian at a different library in the area as a teen librarian part-time, and then picked up a second part-time job at Bloomfield in the youth department. And a year and a few months later, full-time job opened up and I applied, and I've been there ever since. So we're coming up on 8 years now overall, which is wild.
Yeah, isn't it? When you think about it that way. Jeez. Emily.
Well, I'm an adult services librarian, and I started working, I've had library experience at some academic and some public libraries too, and I started working at Bloomfield Township Public Library as an intern the summer of 2019. I was halfway through my master's program at Wayne State, and I was working, where else was I at the time? I think I was working in an archive and then at an academic library too at the time. And so I was, same thing as you, Drew, kind of combining a couple of different things. And then I graduated from Wayne State in 2020, in April 2020, at the beginning of everything. And I continued working at the library up through that time, and then became a part-time librarian in 2021. The summer of 2021. So I was 2 years as an intern, and now just 2.5 years now as a librarian. Which is, I feel like the newbie, because I've had like half the time as an intern, half the time as a librarian. So it's been really good. A lot of that internship experience really built what I'm able to do now. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have worked in libraries for a very, very, very long time. It goes all the way back to elementary school. I used to volunteer in the library in elementary school. I volunteered in middle school, and then I started actually working in libraries in high school. There was a librarian there who had told me, "You would make such a great librarian." And I was like, "No way, I'm too cool to be a librarian." That's exactly what I said to her. And I don't think she appreciated it very much. But, after getting a bachelor's degree in fine art, I was like, what am I actually going to do for money? Because an artist is fine and good and all, but what can I do for money? I'm like, well, I think I'll actually be a librarian. So I went to Wayne State for my graduate degree, got back into the libraries. I worked 2 part-time jobs for a very long time, including one of those being at Bloomfield. So I worked at Bloomfield part-time for 4.5 years as I was an assistant to the financial coordinator for a little while, and then the media intern, rest in peace, because the media desk doesn't exist at the library anymore.
That's right.
And then I left for a full-time job elsewhere. But I have been back in my position as a youth services librarian. It's been almost 5 years, so.
I feel like the odd one out who hasn't been an intern.
I know, right? Well, being an intern was really fun.
Oh, that media desk was where it was at.
Oh, yeah.
See, I feel bummed out because people would come up and ask me about the media desk, and I'm like, what is that? Because it was just gone before I was here.
Okay.
So I missed the glory of the media desk, and I've heard many wonderful things about it.
Well, it was like its own little island in the world.
Yeah, like over where the Commons is now.
Yeah. And so, like, I was a youth services media intern, but I so rarely ever did anything with youth services, except, my boss would come over and say, "Can you make a display for us?" And then I would come over into the room and do that kind of thing. But for the most part, I wasn't youth services at all. I was just sequestered away at that desk over there. So
in a lot of ways, I think your intern experience was better because you got to like be a librarian in all but name and do the programming. They gave you a collection, all of that. But the media desk was so cool to get the sense of like autonomy and managing your own schedule and role in the library.
Yeah, I think for me, the way that my internship was really, really great in getting acclimated right from the jump into the department and into public service and all of that. Because I'd done that in other positions, but it's very different being a part of this team and immediately getting that opportunity to jump right in and be a part of that and not be relegated to like, okay, well, you're going to work on this, blah, 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 but not be on the desk yet or whatever. I really got to start, and I'm really appreciative of that. I think that got me much more comfortable, much more quickly.
Yeah. I mean, every library environment is so completely different.
Yes.
It's so completely different.
Yeah.
The patrons are different. The community is different. The needs of the community is different. And then, of course, staff is going to be completely different, too.
Right.
So going from one library to another library, it's like you have to figure out how to be a librarian again in some way, because you have to suit that community or that, that need.
I've found that to be the case in my own experience, too. You're absolutely right.
All right. Well, should we move on?
Sure.
All right. So what media are you currently streaming or are interested in? Go ahead, Drew.
I am very much a reality TV junkie. So I will always have my fresh opinions on, Survivor, Great British Baking Show, Taskmaster, any of those that I don't tend to watch like new shows all that frequently.
Right.
Unless they're reality TV where I like need to avoid spoilers or anything.
Sure.
Other than that, I've very much sunk into the whole binge watching culture, and 22 episodes a year waiting from September to May just doesn't feel real to me anymore. So that's very much where my heart is when I'm at home.
Okay, so are you the type of person that will wait until the season is completely finished so that you can watch it all at once?
Oh, I'll wait until the series is finished.
Oh, the series is finished.
Because I do not trust them to cancel it and to not cancel it in between.
Oh, wow.
And I fully accept that makes me part of the problem, because I am a fascinated viewer that doesn't add to their numbers.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've been burned too many times.
It's true.
Absolutely.
It's true. You're so invested in a show, and next thing you know, it's gone, and they didn't even finish the story.
Right. They want to end their season on a cliffhanger to build up hype for the next season. And then that hype doesn't exist to the level that they want it to.
Yeah.
And it's just gone. And then what? I've given my heart to some... No.
To nothing.
Well, now some you can't even like pull it back up and rewatch what exists because they're pulling them off the platform so quickly.
Oh, that's true too.
Well, yeah, you're Pink Ladies.
Yes. Rest in peace, Grace. Rise of the Pink Ladies. That's such a good show. And it's just gone. It's just gone.
All right, Killian, what are you currently streaming or interested in?
So when it comes to streaming stuff for me, I have so many streaming services that I just don't use anymore. I'm never home. But when I am watching something at home, I have become very much a YouTube person. And then there's one streaming service that I still watch consistently, and that's Dropout TV. They have a bunch of D&D actual plays and other TTRPG systems as well, game shows, and it's all nerd culture based, so it's all very niche interest for me. And it's YouTube or that at this point. Yeah. So
nice. Emily?
I am also a huge YouTube streaming person. It's a problem. But I don't watch too many shows for the exact reasons that you stated, Drew, because I'm like, I can't get my heart broken like this. But because of spooky season and all things Halloween, I've been making a list of, I'm a big horror movie buff anyway, but especially in October. So I've been going to Canopy lately and being like, okay, what's on Canopy that I can watch to get on my like horror flick fix? So I've been watching like, I have my watch list of like Let the Right One In, It Comes at Night, Suspiria, the original Suspiria. All of those like ones that you wouldn't find maybe I guess you could find them other places, but it's all the niche, cool A24 style are all kind of right there in Canopy. So I've just been like going through my watch list and picking things out. So
nice. So check out Canopy.
Yeah,
we're gonna air this down the road, and Halloween's gonna be so. Like,
I know. Yeah,
I know. I was going to say October earlier, and I was like,
yeah, too late.
Yes. Just so everybody knows, we're actually recording this in October. So anyway,
I will say we are very different Halloween viewers, because my Halloween marathon consists of Practical Magic, Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, and Over the Garden Wall.
So here with that.
Yeah,
horror is not in my heart.
I think since like 2020, I think I've watched over 90 horror films.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we just like watched Pontypool. Was the one of the best ones that I've seen recently, like Pontypool, As Above, So Below, like all of those, like very, so you and I are polar opposites with like.
I like horror books sometimes, but
I love horror books.
The movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both. All.
We were just up north over the weekend, and my parents had this box set of like really old horror movies. And I put on The Haunting of Hill House, but like the original one with Vincent Price. And my kids were just like, they're like playing and not paying attention. I have a 6 and 7-year-old. And every once in a while they would look over and they'd be like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And I'm like, this is really actually not terrifying, because it's not gory like what you would think of the movies now, especially Haunting of Hill House or whatever. They tend to be gory. But I was like perfectly fine putting it on while my kids were there, because I'm like, this is a different type of scary, like where there's jump scares and stuff like that. It's not just gore and grossness and stuff like that. Anyway, they ended up liking it, even though the ending, by the way, the original ending is very abrupt and strange, but other than that, good stuff.
Yes. What about you for streaming?
Okay. I don't have a ton of time to myself. As I said, I have 2 small children. So it's basically the moment that they go to sleep until the time I go to sleep, which is not a very large amount of time for streaming. So I've just been catching up on the latest season of Glow Up. And my husband and I watch a lot of wrestling. So all the All Elite Wrestling shows, which I think there are like 3 or 4 a week now.
Yeah.
We catch up on those pretty regularly. So I'm the wrestling gal. All right. So what is your favorite or least favorite genre, Drew?
I tend to stick with queer literature. I say literature like it's highbrow.
Literature.
But I'm mostly in the like fantasy, romance, young adult areas. Contemporary queer lit has been exploding in the last
It really has.
probably 6 or 7 years. And I have desperately tried to stay as on top of that as I possibly could. It's occasionally gone very well. I feel like I'm constantly on catch up from books that came out 3 years ago that I bought the day they came out because I was so excited and still haven't gotten to.
Your Goodreads reviews are a thing unto themselves, and I look forward to them deeply.
We're very different Goodreads users because Drew writes these amazing reviews and I give it stars, and occasionally I'm just like, quick blurb of thoughts that I have about it. Some of my Goodreads reviews are just like, I don't know what I just read.
That's usually me too. I'm like 2 stars. Done. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to feel pressured to write anything about it. I have my feelings, and that's enough.
I don't want to argue with someone else. Like,
Oh,
like,
no.
well, I really. It's like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. But
I figure I'm not popular enough to argue with, but I really forget things as soon as I read them and just like retain the vibes.
that's true.
So I like having a record of what I like actually thought of characters.
That's a really good point.
Probably a good call.
Your ability to reread things so soon after you've read them the first time is completely wild to me.
Because I'll reread it like 4 days later.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. You must really like it. I don't even know if I've ever liked anything that much to do that. All right. Wait. What's your least favorite genre?
Oh, God. I hate to paint with such a broad brush, but I just don't get into nonfiction. I can't do it. There have been a few that are like really, really interesting stories. And I've gotten a lot better with memoirs in the last few years. But just in general, it's just... I don't want to bash on people's lives and say they're not exciting enough for me. But their lives are not exciting enough for me.
No, I get it. It's not like all different things for different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. Killian.
I hate being asked my favorite book, and I'm a librarian, so it happens all the time. I am such a mood reader, so I can't be like, this is my favorite book, this is my favorite anything.
Yeah.
Because I am a mood everything. I'm a mood watcher, mood reader, everything. Fantasy is generally up there, but there are also times where I simply cannot read a fantasy book to save my life. And like for least favorite, I would have said horror once upon a time, but I've started reading some and now I'm just like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. Mm-hmm. This is kind of fascinating. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just firmly in the, was it assigned reading in high school or college? Then I don't like it. So if it's something you would have read in like your high school English class, especially before they started getting a little bit more expansive with things that they assign in high school English classes, I probably don't like it.
It's interesting you say that because I really love the classics. And if it's something that you would have been assigned in high school, I probably would read it. And I don't know why. I think that it might be some escapism on my part. And this is also like not to paint with a broad brush, but it's interesting to go back and immerse yourself in something that's very beyond your time period now. So like if I'll read something from like 18th century, 19th century, I can kind of get out of the 21st, which is interesting. It's not always cool, but it's not always cool anywhere at any time, in any place.
Yep.
Sure. Again, broad brush, but it's it gives me kind of a cozy feeling of when I really started getting into reading and literature and digging into it more, and that it gives me like a very nostalgic vibe. I had some really, really great teachers growing up who really engendered that fascination in me. So it kind of brings me back to that time. I really like horror as well. I like true crime a lot. I'm kind of with you. Like I have to be very interested in a particular topic to kind of delve into nonfiction. But true crime is interesting. I also really like Westerns.
Nice.
My
That's the man's version of a romance, by the way.
Yes. You're right. Yeah, like Louis L'Amour, Larry McMurtry. Like, and my grandmother liked a lot of Westerns too. Least favorite genres, like I don't really like romance. I struggle with sci-fi only because I get very lost in like detail heavy narratives. So I'm like, it makes me feel dumb. So I'm like, I can't understand this. I don't want to read it. But I don't really gravitate towards YA very much. I haven't read something that really captivated me in a while. So I feel very out of touch with that genre. So not that I don't like it necessarily, but I feel sort of separated from it.
Well, it's interesting you bring up sci-fi because when I was like thinking this through, like, what is my least favorite genre? That kind of popped up because it's not one I read often. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, no, I do like sci-fi.
I do too.
But especially lately, what you said, it makes me feel dumb because I'm just sitting here going, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time with it.
The last sci-fi novel that I really read that I really, really got into was Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. It's just like, I don't know. And that's a very divided. Some people really love it. Some people really hated it. It's just, because it was because it was a more basic, not basic, but just it was a simpler concept. Like, we're going to explore this weird thing. Yeah. And like that's about the level of comprehension that I can like get on the onset.
Well, I mean, there are very few books that I've picked up 3 or 4 times and had to like put it back, like have to keep putting it back down.
Yes.
And science fiction tends to be that thing for me.
Yeah, me too.
Where I'm like, why am I struggling so much with this? I should enjoy it. I like science. I mean, and I totally love all of the otherworldly, alien, all that stuff I'm totally into. But for me, it was Dune. And it just killed me because so many people were like, that's my favorite book of all time. I love this book.
I have been told so many times, like, oh, you have to read Dune. You have to read Dune. And for the same reason, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I am intimidated by Dune.
It took me 4 times. And then I found a complete full cast audiobook version of it, and it changed the game for me. And I was like, oh, now I get why this is such a loved thing. So sometimes it's just the format, right?
Yes.
Because sitting there, oh my God, if I had to look at the words on that page one more time, I was just going to throw it out the window. I had enough.
I did that last summer with Dracula.
Oh, really?
Yes. And there was a full cast audiobook of Dracula, and there was really, really, as there is, Michigan summer construction. When you're stuck in construction and I'm like, well, this is terrible. What am I going to do? I know, I'll listen to Dracula. And it was like, I'm at work already. Like it's captivating, totally changed it. And I had no interest in reading Dracula like on page. Okay. But it was fascinating.
Yeah. Full cast audio is a game changer.
It totally is. It totally is.
I love audiobooks as a whole, but when it is a full cast, it is... Even if it's not like going to be my favorite book ever, it's automatically better than it would have been in a single narrator or reading the book because it just pulls you in more.
Yeah, I think just audiobooks for like thick books is also a good call because that's how I got through the first 4 Game of Thrones books.
So I read Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. What about your favorites and least favorites, Nicole?
My favorite genre is horror, of course. Yay.
Right, let's do it.
Horror on the side of the table.
Yep.
But especially with like a dash of paranormal. Like, enter Stephen King here.
I was going to say Heart-Shaped Box
or Joe Hill.
Yep.
Neil Gaiman, all of those guys, they do such a wonderful job making something totally terrifying and strange, which is it's just a plus for me.
Yeah.
Things I don't like, again, I'm going to go back to romance, especially if it's like sorry, but normal people romance. Like just regular people, like boring people meet at the grocery store, like shopping for lettuce. I'm probably not gonna be into that. But if there's werewolves and vampires, I'm totally all for it. Like, so anyway, just gotta have a little bit more excitement involved.
About the lettuce.
I fell in love with a ghost. Like, that's relatable content. Like,
That's relatable for my life. Absolutely. Yes. Totally. All about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and share an outside, non-bookish interest or hobby.
Yeah. I am very, very into like going to live performances of things. I have season tickets to the Fisher that I've had for the last 8 or 9 years.
Having season tickets to the Fisher makes you just automatically sound cool.
I know, right?
We're just so cool, Drew.
That's why I got them.
It's like, oh wow, okay, season tickets.
Granted, I got mine because Drew had them. I was like, I want these.
You're cool too now then. Like,
No, when I was like 9, my grandma took my whole family to see The Lion King at the Princess of Wales Theatre in Toronto.
Oh.
And the animals came down the aisles and I freaked out.
Yeah.
It was the coolest experience ever. And I decided right then and there that whenever I was an adult and had money, this is what I was going to spend it on. And then I became a librarian and I don't have money, but I spend it anyway.
We do our best.
It's some things you have to push up to the top of the list.
Yes.
It's
Priorities.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. And that's always been mine. I'll try and go to at least one, live theater performance or band or something a month at least.
Nice.
It's easy to do with the Fisher tickets. Yeah. So everything that I'm interested in has to do with stories in some way, shape, or form. I can literally tie everything back to it. I tend to not have a ton of free time for hobbies because I do also coach high school color guard and winter guard outside of working at the library. And that rehearsal schedule is just a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty grueling.
But it's also, one, I like working with the middle school and high school kids. It's a lot of fun, and I'm good at it, and we have a good time. But with color guard, especially in the winter when I work with just my students just on that skill, and putting together a show that's for us, being able to use that to tell a story, to create a vibe, whatever, that not only we as a staff buy into, but like getting the kids to buy into it and really come out as performers with that and bring it to life is really, really cool. So it's definitely worth all of that extra time. But yeah, I also like video games and Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm just a nerd. It's fine.
I've been, I was like this as a kid, and now I'm getting back into it as an adult. I've been really enjoying learning more about like animals and plants and we have a garden at home, and so I go outside and I'll be like, what bugs can I look for? Like, what things are out here? And so I have a couple apps on my phone for like bird identification. So I'll be like holding my phone up in the air, like, what bird is this? And so.
Did you intend to sound like the Back to the Future guy when you said that?
No. But it's just like, no, there was one time I was with a friend and I was like, wait, there's a bird. We have to find out what. And I'm like running towards a tree with my phone out, like just very like a weird avian paparazzi. Like it just.
The birds are like, oh no, here she comes again.
No, so birds and bugs and just the outside, because I spend so much time in front of a computer,
Yeah.
And so it's nice to be like, oh, there's like all the little people out in the world, the little birds and the bugs. We had a Carolina wren outside, really, really beautiful, singing this spring and summer. And then the coolest bug I saw this year was I shouldn't just say bug, but bug, was a hummingbird hawk moth.
Yes.
Right? They're very cool.
Yes, I've raised hummingbird clearwings.
You have?
Yeah, which I guess I can talk a little bit about my hobby.
Yeah.
I raise moths and butterflies in the warmer months. So I have a huge butterfly garden in my front yard. Same thing. I'm out there poking around, doing all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. I was not a gardener, but I became a gardener because I have to feed my bugs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I raised cecropia moths. I raised black swallowtails, giant swallowtails, any moth I can get my hands on, because there's an underground like moth and butterfly group in Michigan where like you share eggs with each other.
How do you become part of it? Do you have to?
I can hook you up.
Okay.
There's Facebook groups and all kinds of good stuff.
Great.
Nicole is our resident supplier of black swallowtails for the youth department in the summer. So.
Yes, that's fun.
Yeah, so I'm the bug lady. Do we want to continue on?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So our next question is, what is your dream book-related trip or travel destination? Go ahead, Drew.
Portland, Oregon for Powell's Books.
Nice.
I have a fantasy of getting so lost in that place that I have to call the welcome desk of whatever their business is and get like guided directions out.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yes.
That would absolutely happen to me. I can't find my way around anywhere.
But it just seems like this really, really cool place to spend like days and hundreds, and I need it in my life at some point.
Nice.
I have family in Oregon.
Oh,
so
well, perfect.
I should have done this like 4 times already, and instead I go to New York for Broadway shows on vacations. But we're here now.
I'm kind of along the same vein. I don't necessarily have a specific location. I just, anywhere I go, it's indie bookstores, libraries. What unique things do they have? Because indie bookstores have such great personality. Each store is different. They tend to be a little bit more niche in what they stock, depending on where you are. There are some bigger ones that have everything, but I really love the small indie bookstores. So that's been a thing. Like ever since I ended up on TikTok in 2020, I follow so many indie bookstores just because you see their personalities as the store owners and then how that folds into what they have. And I'm just like, I just want to go all of them. I want to see all of them in real life.
Shout out Betty's Pages.
Absolutely. They just moved.
I know.
I think mine is a little bit more abstract, but when I was reading, this was a while ago, when I was reading Neil Gaiman's American Gods.
Oh, God. Almost all of your answers have been my answer. We need to sit on the other side of the table or something. I'm just kidding.
No, I know,
Are you talking about the house on the rock?
Lakeside.
Okay. All right. Then continue.
Okay,
My goodness. I was
Spoiler
like,
to Nicole's
you're taking
answer.
all my stuff. Get off my paper.
Just copying your answer. No, I now there's been like fan theories and stuff, and I was reading, someone wrote an academic paper about Lakeside is in Wisconsin, and here's how we know.
Of course they did.
I'm like, wow, okay, like, all right, it's in Wisconsin, sure.
Of course it's in Wisconsin. He lived in Wisconsin.
Right, exactly. But when I was reading it the first time, I was like, this reminds me of like my place up north. Oh man, like this is so. It's like Michigan, because the Midwest is all kind of the Midwest.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is so Midwestern. It just like speaks to me. So whenever I think about like book type, you know, like where would I want to go or where would I want to be? It's just like I struggle with getting outside of the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Not like I wouldn't. It's not like there are not places I'd like to see, but going on vacation or going somewhere away always is Midwestern, up north to me. So either whether that's like up north to like my place up north, or like the UP, which I've never been to the UP yet, or somewhere else.
Go.
Like
So
it's
cool.
like somewhere lakeside-esque.
Nice.
To me.
All right. Well, I talked about Neil Gaiman. Here we go.
I was gonna say, and now for round two.
American Gods is one of my favorite books, and in that book, there's like this, like almost the entire end scene is at the house on the rock, which is in Wisconsin, and it's like the sprawling place. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of it before? Mm-hmm. So the person who had the house on the rock was just collecting tons and tons and tons of things. It has the world's largest indoor carousel. Mm-hmm. And I don't think any of the actual animals are horses. They're all different things.
They were.
Yeah, they're all different mythical creatures, all different kinds of things. Mm-hmm. They have like a full-size figure, like a model of a blue whale inside of the building. Mm-hmm. And there's like city streets and all kinds of absolutely bizarre animatronic creations and clockwork things. And it just goes on, and you could spend basically days there. So I would like to go there because I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
I have no context for it, but it sounds cool.
No, I mean, I can't even really describe it properly.
It's wild.
It's like the most bizarre place on earth. We'll just put it that way.
I did in theory read American Gods, but it's all gone now.
Yeah.
I have not. It's on the list. It's just a really long list.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a
I'm
very
sure.
long book.
It is.
So.
And it's there's a lot going on in that book. It's not a simple read.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that covers everything for today's introduction.
Yeah.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in. We hope that you'll tune in next time. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Distracted Librarians.
If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us at distracted@btpl.org.
Until then, keep those pages turning and those screens lighting up.
We'll catch you in the next episode.